I was there to see Messi perform at that level.
It is special being here and watching him, there's no doubt. He was fifth in the Ballon d'Or last year. I suspect he might be 5 places higher or 4 places, whatever it is.
We said before the game, Messi masterclass, and that's exactly what it was. It was just, it's a remarkable thing to witness in live. He blew everybody away.
He's become captain this year for the first time, and he's almost stepped up a little bit, hasn't it? It's almost like it means a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, he wants to have an effect. He's already put a marker down at this club that will never be forgotten.
They've pretty much won the league already. They're in the final of the Copa del Rey, semi-finals of the Champions
Exactly,
League.
Doing that as captain now, taking on that mantle from the likes of Xavi, Puyol. I mean, it'll be a phenomenal statement from him, and I'm sure that's something that would have been of interest at the beginning of this season.
There'll be a lot of people here, and it'd be interesting to know what, he'll never admit it, of course, that Messi downstairs, he'll know that Ronaldo's now out of the Champions League, and that makes obvious difference in terms of, you know, that competitive edge they have between them in terms of winning Ballon d'Ors, etc.
Well, he would have seen Cristiano, you know, hoist those Champions League trophies, and obviously for Messi, I'm sure that would have hurt. So I think he grabbed the players together at the start of the season in the stadium, and even said to the fans he wanted to win the Champions League again. He looks like he could easily carry this team to it.
But we don't know, obviously, if Barcelona are going to play Liverpool or Porto. Liverpool strong favourites with a 2-0 scoreline. Liverpool could cause Barcelona problems, couldn't they?
Well, I think Klopp will look at that first 10 minutes in this game today, because listen, if Sane, Salah, Firmino go through there, I'm expecting different turnout in them occasions. I think they scored them chances, and I think that game could be set up perfectly for Liverpool if they get through, because they can play on the counter-attack as well. They're an energetic team. The physicality in that team is different to this Man United team. They're ahead in that sense, and I think they'll cause more problems for this Barcelona team. But saying that, they've got Messi.
Exactly.
How do you prepare for him? We don't know.
And talking of Liverpool players, there's an ex-one that was out here this evening, Coutinho's. He's had a kind of up and down sort of season at Barcelona, but what a goal!
Yeah. Well, he's just capable of these moments of magic, and you know they've got Dembele, they've got Malcolm, but this is Coutinho at his best, coming inside. That is just unstoppable. It really is.
We've seen him do that in a red shirt many times.
And he grew into the game. I mean, Messi's pass at the beginning, the great ball. Alba on the left-hand side, the outlet that he provides in his team is phenomenal.
He was superb tonight.
Yeah, he was. But the finish that we've seen many a time at Anfield over the years, and he warmed up in this game. Yeah. Great finish.
Yeah. It's a little look at the Messi pass for the goal as well, which played a part.
Well, towards the end of the game, he almost started to play quarterback. He was almost playing that peeler role, just spraying it about. And you're right, Jordi Alba on that left-hand side, he's such an outlet. Coutinho, Dembele, I mean, they've got such a blend. Suarez was quiet today, and they still over 2 games, won 4-0.
Yeah. He had a poor day, Suarez, didn't he? Gave it away.
He was playing giveaway today, Suarez. He was probably one of the poorer players for Barcelona, but he's a foil. He causes problems, he hassles defenders, etc. He's a nuisance. And he allows that sometimes, he frees up the space for the other creative players around him.
They certainly do. They'll take some stopping, Barcelona. There's no question about that. Time for another break when we...
Yeah.
They started qualifying rounds to get here. They started in July.
I know. I mean, it's testament to the manager. Yep. And he's got some, like we spoke about before, some world beaters in terms of young talent he's got there. And I mean, De Jong and De Ligt, superb
De Jong's already
players.
signed, of course, for Barcelona. There are a lot of rumours that De Ligt's going to follow him here. We don't know that.
But they got young Neres as well, the Brazilian. He's terrific. They got Tadic, they got Ziyech. I mean, and the thing is, they play beautiful football as well. They really go at you. They don't just sit off you. So they'll be hard to beat as well.
They are, and they will play, of course, Tottenham or Manchester City. Let's get some reaction from the game here tonight from a Manchester United perspective. Jesse Lingard is with Des Kelly.
Jesse, succeed here, no slip-ups, and certainly no slip-ups in front of Lionel Messi, but that's the way it panned out.
Yeah, if you want the result, you need a performance and you need to have some margins, and of course we started well. We created some decent chances the first 10-15 minutes, but then he hits that in the bottom corner. Messi, I've got to say, he's top quality, and he showed that he was the difference, of course. And if they get 1-0, that's and then 2-0 straight after, that was the game over.
He's been destroying Manchester United dreams of 2 Champions League finals. The fact that he's still doing it a decade later, it's remarkable.
Yeah, he's different class. Him and Cristiano, they've been the best players the last decade. I think everyone agrees on that one. And now tonight as well, he shows his quality, and that's the You know, the Barcelona team here, that's the level we have to aspire to get to. We know we're not there yet. We can get there, but we've got loads of work to do.
And that's the message you come away from. You're not a sentimental type. We saw in the build-up to this game, so you know what you've seen at the level you need to achieve.
Yeah, if we want to get back to Man United's true, say, traditions and level, we know we have to get to challenge the Barcelonas. And I've got to say there were a couple of levels above over 90 minutes today and 90 minutes at Old Trafford.
So the mission for the remainder of the season to get back in that top four, get back in the Champions League.
We want to play these games again next year, so we've got a massive week coming up with Everton, City and Chelsea. So of course they're disappointed, but there's no point dwelling on what could have been, because it could have been different if we started better, if we got the first goal, but then now we have to concentrate and focus for that week.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, Manchester. Thank you. Well, it's always tough, isn't it, coming out when you've given a good hiding in many ways. Manchester United's perspective now has to be to try and get back into the top four. That's going to be difficult after this particular result.
Yeah, they've lost 5 in 7 games now after a superb start under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And listen, you learn about your players not what's necessarily when they're winning. It's when they're in positions like this run of form that they're in at the moment. This is when you'll start learning about these players. And this is what I hope Ole and his team, his management team there, will be grasping now who he sees as his players for next season and the coming years, because he's learning now, right on the job. And it's difficult in these circumstances, but the big players have to stand up. You have to show your personality here. This is where you have to go around the change room as an experience, as a big player, and show that you've got the minerals actually to go out there and say, listen, we can grab a game now, we can still be composed under these circumstances and try and churn out results.
It's always easy after a game, isn't it, to say if they'd have done this, if they'd have done that. But they did have a very good start to the game and decent chances in the first 10 minutes or so.
Well, they played like this against Arsenal, played like this against Tottenham, and they were brilliant. You know, that early chance from Rashford, that's a really good chance. I thought McTominay over both legs was United's best player. That's a good chance as well. They just didn't take those opportunities when they were there. And it's really unfortunate because the game plan was good. It started well, but they just didn't execute. I mean, and then the mistakes cost them.
And I know exactly how these boys feel now today, because this happened to us in Rome in the Champions League final. The first 10 minutes, we should have been 2 or 3 up. But then all of a sudden, the game just gets taken from under your feet just like that. You're stunned, and before you know it, you're 1, you're 2 goals down, and the game is just gone.
Yeah. Is it a case of we should be critical of Manchester United or give more credit perhaps to Barcelona?
I think more credit to Barcelona, because people are saying that this isn't the Barcelona team of old. They've showed today that they can go away, get a result, come back here and really open up and annihilate a team the way they did today. But Manchester United, I still feel, have probably overachieved getting to this point of the tournament. I think the players that
that in itself is a statement, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you're saying to me that Manchester United are overachieving by getting to the quarterfinals of the Champions League, it shows they're actually not in a great place.
Yeah, because there's the turnover of managers and the turnover of manager at this point, up to this point of the season. I think this isn't Ollie's team yet. He's going to have another couple of transfer windows to get to that point. And I think when you lose a manager mid-season, it's inevitable that the wheels are going to come off at some point, and the transition period is going to be very difficult. Now, Ollie came in, and he made that transition period look very easy and smooth. But he knew, his team knew, the people, the owners would have known that there's going to come a point in this season where results won't go necessarily to plan. And like I said before, it's now about the reaction. How do they react?
He remains, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the last Manchester United player to score in this stadium. Let's hear from him. He's with Des.
Ollie, just errors cost you tonight. You can't afford to make mistakes here, can you?
No, especially not in these games. I think the first 15-20 minutes we dominated. We had a couple of chances, and the game could have gone different if we put them away.
And what do you do about Lionel Messi?
No, I mean, he's one of the best players in the world, and he brought his A game tonight, and all we can do now is move on. We've got a big week ahead.
Well, you knew it was a big task. Barca are unbeaten here at home, 31 games now in the Champions League. That was the scale of the challenge.
Yeah, I mean, it was always going to be underdogs coming into the game, but we had to back ourselves and believe. And like I said, for first 15 minutes, if it went our way, it would have been a different game.
Do you feel you did yourself justice over the 2 legs, though?
It's football, and like I said, chances in these big games are massive, and like I said, if we take them, it's a different game.
So all's left now to fight for the top 4 to get back here in this competition next season?
Yeah, definitely. You know, Champions League, you know, it's a big competition, and you know, we're fighting to get back in.
Thanks very much.
Cheers.
United are out of the Champions League. They're still in the hunt, of course, for the top 4 in the Premier League, which will be obviously their main goal now, that's for sure. But it's going to be hard. There's no question about that coming to the end of the season. What do United need to get themselves on a level where they can compete in competitions like this? How many players short?
I think they need 4 this summer. I think recruitment is going to be so important for Manchester United this summer.
That's not been brilliant in recent years.
Director of football, Ole Gunnar's going to need that help. They need, for me, it showed today they need a defensive midfield player in that position. Fred played there, he's a ball player. In 3 moments in the game where he could win a challenge or stop someone, he just didn't do that. So I think he's an 8 like Pogba. I thought McTominay was terrific. Centre-back, central midfield player is going to be so important, and a right winger. But I think they've got a great potential, but the recruitment this summer has to be spot on.
Yeah. What do you think, Rio? Who would you go for? I mean, it's easy if you've got a blank checkbook and you don't know whether you can get them.
It's easy to say who you're going to go for. It's just, are Man United going to be at the front of the queue now where you're going for players, if you're going to go for the top level players?
They're still a giant of a club.
It is a giant of a club. And listen, if I was a player out there and Manchester United came for me, and now in today's game, I'd be thinking, can I be one of the players as the catalyst to getting this club back to where it should be?
I suppose what will be crucial will be to remain in the Champions League in terms of recruitment as well.
That's definitely a case. But I still think Man United carry the weight in terms of the exposure a player will get once they come here. But the recruitment in the last few years has been probably not the level you'd probably want for this club. But I think
where do you stand with someone like Paul Pogba? Is he key to it, or is he?
I think that's a big decision in the summer. I think it's up to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I think as well, there's been things in the media muted that he might want to leave.